I don't know if I'm going to post this video. It might be redundant, but I was going to make a video on attachment. I want to say attachment is a form of addiction. You know, when you're attached to anything, a person, an idea, a mental construct, a habit, a pattern, a belief system, you know, attachment to anything, you know, it creates pain. Why does it create pain? Because you're codependent on that attachment to make your life better, you know, to enhance your life. You're codependent on these attachments, these addictions, you know. I mean, are they the same thing? Are they? I don't know. Um, yeah. Whenever you are attached to anything, you basically are giving that thing power over you to determine the level of peace and happiness that you will experience, right? It's like if you're attached to like, I don't know, like a expectation of how life should be, you know, if it doesn't turn out that way, then you get heavily disappointed. But it's your attachment and your inability to generate all the things you want within yourself, right? If you are attached to a person, you know, and this person isn't giving you what you need, if they're not behaving the way you want, you know, that creates distress. And it also is very binding because you are placing the responsibility on something outside of yourself, you know, and if the thing outside of yourself doesn't deliver, then of course you're going to feel like very distressed and diseased, you know. And I want to say a recovering codependent, I've realized this about myself, you know. That's why like a lot of people are control freaks. I've mentioned this in other videos, but you know, you want to control the outcomes or the circumstances around you, the people around you, in order to get what you need to feel good within yourself. But you know, that's a heavy burden to place on something else, and it's also very binding because you keep yourself bound, you know, to this idea. You give your power away. You place the responsibility in someone else's hands. It's in your hands. It's in your hands, guys. You know? So I think it's a very like interesting thing that we need to unravel, you know, because you need to first of all be aware of what you've attached yourself to, and then you have to put in the work to unravel that so that you can bring it back to yourself, you know? And that's what I mean by like, you know, you are powerful. More powerful than you realize, more powerful than they've had you realizing. They don't want you to realize your power because once you do that, then you become an unstoppable, unmovable force. You know? I mean, I think that's how you control people, right? Is through fear, through making them feel like they are less than or they are lacking in some way, shape, or form. That's how you control them because they'll be like so desperate to like get that fix outside of themselves, and you know they'll be like so like, I don't know, perplexed and paranoid that you know that they're constantly trying to control things outside. It's like, bring it inside. And that's what I mean by doing the work. I'm not talking about doing the work out here. I'm talking about doing the work in here. It's so important, you know. I feel like people are becoming more aware of this, you know, and that makes my heart happy because that means we are collectively on our way towards healing, you know, towards becoming more wholesome, towards becoming more empowered, towards becoming less dependent on things that aren't necessarily good for us, you know? Wow. I'm kind of impressed that I'm wrapping these videos up in less than 10 minutes. That's what I ultimately want. I want to like be able to like deliver a message in less time by making the point. You know what I mean? Instead of just, I have a tendency to like, I'm still working on this, but I'm trying to like be able to like deliver messages in less time. you know, I feel like when you have a more concentrated mind, you can do that. But when you're still kind of like all over the place and grabbing from all these different angles, it's just like you're still fragmented. But once you have a concentrated mind, you can just, boom, hit that point. Anyways, thank you for stopping by, and blessings to one and all. Amen.